What's the vibes, y'all? It's the host Max So Wavy, and I'm back again with another episode of Sorry for What. What's good, gang? It's been a minute, too long of a minute. I think the last episode I shot was like August. What's the vibes, bro? I hope all's been well. I hope everybody's been great. I hope y'all still excited to hear from me, bro, because I'm excited to be back on this shit. You feel me? I'm not gonna lie. Yo, what's the vibes, bro? I don't want to stutter over my words. I'm gonna be G with y'all. I don't even have nothing like written that I want to talk about or like a certain topic or even a playlist. You know, the episodes be having a flow. I don't really have none of that because I just wanted to come on here and be like mad transparent with y'all and talk to y'all about where I've been, what I've been up to, because I get questions about it. You feel what I'm saying? So I just wanted to kind of come on here and just let y'all know that I'm still breathing. I'm still, you know what I'm saying? I'm still me. I still got my shits going on. Um, it's been a minute, bro. I don't got no playlist like I said, but what I've been listening to. Let's jump straight into what I've been listening to, cause y'all know for a fact I still been listening to something, right? My top 4 songs right now that I'm listening to. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I just discovered this new artist. His name is Orange Goodman. He's in my whole top 4 right now. Literally, at least 3 of his songs is my top 4. So like, if you watching, I'm gonna try to put a little picture of the album in here. But if you not watching, look up Orange Goodman, and I promise you, you're gonna love the shit. The album is fire. Let me pull my phone up and get into that real fast. Orange Goodman, and the way he spelled his name is fire. So it's ORANJ, and the album is called Medicine, and it's fire. 106 is $106 is fire. Sweet Aromatic is fire. Petty Slide is fire. That's my top 3 of songs that I'm listening to right now. And then my 4th song to be G that I really, really, really been listening to. Please, please keep the judgments to yourself. Exhale by Whitney Houston. It's a throwback song, but that's the chapter I'm in my life. You understand what I'm saying? That's what I'm listening to. That's it. That's that 4. I didn't really come on here, like I said, bro, with no topic, no nothing to get into no tea. I kind of just wanted to let y'all know where I disappeared to, because I know it seems like I just disappeared. I just stopped making the episodes, bro. But on some full transparency shit, back in August, right before I shot my last episode, I know I told y'all before I moved. Um, I moved from Florida to Denver, Colorado. So that's where I'm shooting the pod at now, and that's why you just see me by myself. You don't see like a team or like nobody behind me, because it's literally just me. Um, and just to kind of give y'all a background, you feel me? Is this type of shit be so hard for me because like I think I'm a private person. Like I'm open, but I'm private. It be shit that I want to talk about, but shit that I don't want to talk about. But dedicating myself to this space, I know it's gonna be some things that I gotta talk about. So, or some things I gotta say, especially if I'm gonna go on to like a hiatus. You feel me? You gotta say something, and you gotta stay current in this type of business to be like important. You feel me? Or to even grow. So I be stagnant in my shit because I be disappearing, but I swear it be real shit going on. But anyway, um, like I was saying, last episode I shot was in August. I had went back to Florida to visit my mom for her birthday, and when I got there, I ended up getting in a car accident. I'm all right, thank God. You feel me? Nothing broken, nothing like nothing crazy. But I did get into a car accident, which could have went super super crazy. I had to do like 8, maybe 10 weeks of physical therapy and massages and shit like that. And nobody died, thank God, in the accident. But like I said, it was just the accident is one of them things, bro. That's like it happens quick, but it seems like it's going on for a while long, bro. Like it was just crazy. It was a crazy experience. I had never been in a car accident of to that extreme before. I've been into like some fender benders, someone tap you in traffic, a little tap like that. But this one was actually kind of like it was kind of wild. So that happened, um, and then really from there, a spiral of things just started to take place, and that made it hard for me to record. To be honest, to want to record, I couldn't sit up like this a lot to even record for long periods of time. Excuse me. Yeah, bro. Like, and I had just moved. So August came. That accident happened in August. I had just moved in May. To move here, bro, a lot of things took place, bro. I bet on a lot of things to fall through, to happen that fell through. Um, So it set me back in a lot of ways. You feel me? The accident then was just a cherry on top that set me back. In a lot of different ways. That life be lifing, and that trickles into your mental sometimes, bro. Um, and it's just made it super super hard for me to even want to record, for me to stay current, for me to, bro, give this shit my energy. And it's not fair because it's something that I'm so passionate about, but I sometimes my emotions are just super super overwhelming, and it makes it hard for me to, I guess, stay disciplined, if that makes sense. I'm reading a book right now, and the book says basically, and I was listening to this podcast actually. So let's start with that. I was listening to a podcast from Mel Robbins' podcast, and she was saying how a person who is emotionally weak will never have discipline. And I'm gonna be 100% honest with y'all. My emotions be like getting the best of me sometimes in a lot of cases. So that's really what this episode was about. I wanted to come back on here and say that, like, and just be like, I'm gonna be real with y'all. I've been going through some shit. You feel me? I've been going through some shit. It's hard to, when life be life, and sometimes it's hard to remember that you got a dream that you're trying to turn into a reality. But to enough of the sad shit enough, because I don't want no one to feel like they gotta be like sorry for me or anything like that. The accident was just, like I said, the cherry on top to some other shit that has been happening like in my life. I've been going through relationship shit. I've been going through financial shit, emotional shit, mental shit, personal shit. You know what I'm saying? I just turned 30. 29 was 25 to 30. Those 5 years for me was like, bro. COVID to 25 was crazy. Then I turned 25. 25 to probably right now, and I'm not even gonna say things are starting to sound quiet, but things are starting to make more sense now. But the last 5 years of my life been super, super crazy. Roller coaster, up and down, up and down, up and down. And I thought moving was gonna like make it more steady, but damn, the shit made it more roller coaster, if that makes sense, bro. I'm not gonna lie. Um, so yeah, life been lifing. Let's go back to the last episode. Like I said, August I got into a car accident. September. So I moved here also too, just on some personal shit. I moved here for a job. I got a super super good job opportunity that would help me progress in all areas of my life, right? And then the shit just, I'm not gonna lie, I fell through it, flopped. So that fucked me up. You know what I'm saying? So I went through that. That happened right when I came back from the car accident. Um, which, as you can imagine, that takes you through some tolls and shit. A lot of personal relationships that I've had over the years have been tested too since I've moved. So it's just been a crazy, crazy, wild experience. And like I said, none of this is for sympathy or nothing like that. Just kind of the, I don't know. I feel like I deserve it. I should speak on it. You feel me? And I'm a quiet person. I don't speak on a lot. And I think that a lot of that too plays a part in like why I be so emotionally overwhelmed, because I don't really say much about much because it ain't much to say. You feel me? You got to figure that shit out. That's kind of what I've been on, just on a figure it out train. But with all that being said, I'm back to making my episodes. You know what I'm saying? I've been behind the scenes since I couldn't do a lot, or not couldn't do. Let me not say that, but since I didn't have the energy to do the camera and the setting up and all of that shit, just with all the life shit, I have been doing a lot of rebranding behind the scenes. So I'm not gonna speak too much on that, but you guys will start to see that in the structure of the episodes here in the future. Um and a lot of the rebrand has come from, like I said, I just recently turned 30. There's some shit that like I enjoy about the podcast, and there's also some shit that like, was starting to bother me about it. I'm not a I love music. I love music media, and I love shit like that. But there's a thin line between Breakfast Club, right? And like a Wendy Williams, like where you messy and you in people's business and shit like that. So another thing, when I had a co-host, it was easier to talk about topics because it sounds more like a conversation, right? With it just being me now, until I get a co-host, or if I get a co-host, right? I don't want to just sit up here all day and talk about people's business. That gives Tasha K, bro, and I've never really been one of them niggas. What I do agree with as far as that is I still do love music, so it still has to be music based. And I get everybody's getting their checks, so no disrespect to like the Tasha K's and the reporters who talk about people's business all day. That's just not me. You feel me? So I had to take a step back and figure out what was me and what does align with my goal for the podcast, right? And also my current life, like where I'm at in life. So I say all of that to say a rebrand I've been working on a rebrand, and you'll see that more to come in the future. I don't want to speak on it too much. I got a tendency to speak on things before I should speak on things, or to put things out in the open before, you feel me, I'm done figuring it out. And that gets me into a lot of situations, a lot of poop ass situations with the podcast, with my hat business. You feel me? I'm just learning. This year has been a learning experience and a learning curve. So, um, for the future though, just expect to see something different, a different format. I ain't gonna say much different, but a different format, less about the celebrities and more about my personal life, but keeping it, or not my personal life, but more about our personal lives. You feel me? Like the audience that watch this are between the ages of 24 and 40. You feel me? 25 and 40. So I wanted to structure it more of that, more of a personal experience, more of some shit I could speak on without feeling like I'm speaking on other people's business, but I'm speaking on life, and I'm giving something other than tea and drama, because I just have never been. Niggas who watch this who know me will tell you that. And niggas who don't know me, they don't know me because I never been in nothing. You feel me? So it's hard for me to want to keep talking about other people's business when I got my own business that's going on. My own shit. You feel me? So I wanted to switch it up a little bit, and I hope y'all rock with it. I really do think y'all rock with it, because the audience that I got, like I said, I think it'll make sense and they'll understand it. Most of the people watching are, like I said, 30 and up, 25 going through that transition, and it's a hell of a transition, bro. 20 to 25, 25 to 30 has been and maybe I'm saying that because it's the only transition I've had, but it's been a wild one. You feel me? So yeah, we're gonna take a quick break. We're gonna jump back into it here in a second. I'll be right back. All right, yeah, thank y'all for staying tuned for that break. We are back. But like I was saying, yeah, 20 to 25 to 30 has been a super, super wild bunch of years for me, bro. In every way you could imagine. And I just wanted to start talking more about my personal experience, because there's so many people that like are going through some of the similar things that I have went through, or I experienced, like just losing somebody that you were super, super close to. I lost my brother literally 2021, right after I turned 25. So that's crazy. That's like a whole different experience. I now live somewhere where nobody that I know or love lives, so it's just me. That's another thing. Um Relationship shit, I tried to avoid speaking on that in certain aspects, but just being in a relationship, different things that you go through in that, different things that you experience with yourself, about yourself, you reflect on and grow from. You know what I'm saying? Just, or you don't, or you go through like a stage of you don't really know what the fuck. So it's been crazy. It's been a wild journey, and I'll leave it there. One of the changes that you'll notice here, probably just based off this episode, is um the titling. I decided one of the changes I was gonna make, and excuse me for doing that shit with my eyes. My eyes are super, super dry right now. Not really sure what that's about. Um, but yeah, one of the changes that I wanted to make was, because music for me has been I don't talk a lot. I don't speak a lot about my feelings and things that I go through and stuff like that. So music has always been that for me. Things that I can't seem to put into words myself, or things I don't want to put into words myself. A song could, like, you feel me, do that for me, or help me through some shit. Music is just universal. It's a universal language that everybody speaks, right? So you'll notice in the titling of my episodes, it'll be more description of it'll be, the titles will be like songs, and that song will describe the title of the you know what I'm saying, that song will describe the flow of the episode, and I'll explain why I picked that, and that'll help me, get into the topic that we're going to speak about, and more stuff that you can have a conversation with yourself about. You feel me? If that makes sense, because I don't have anybody to bounce the ideas off of, so this stuff has to flow better to make y'all want to listen to me, and make it sound like I'm not just talking about other people's business, because that's messy, and I don't do messy, bro. You feel me? But that's one of the changes that I just wanted to explain, and go back into what I was saying. All in all though, bro, life's been life, and shit has been going unexpected. Expect the unexpected. That should be the title of this episode. More personal things if I don't really want to get into. So I'm not gonna get into, you feel me? I'm not gonna come on here and be one of them niggas crying on the camera and shit either. I'm not at that stage of my vulnerability. But there's been that. Um yeah, man, it just feels great to be back, to put the mic on. Maybe I should have wrote more of a something else to sound a little professional. But like I said, I wanted this to just be super transparent and super real and super about where I'm at now, reflecting my life right here, right now in this moment. Um, hey man, but what everything that went wrong and everything that was supposed to stop the show, it didn't stop the show, and I think that that's the most important thing. Um, I'm still here. I'm still doing these episodes. I'm still in my crib. I'm blessed. You feel me? I still working. This clothes on my back. Like I ain't tripping. You feel me? It be minor setbacks for major comebacks. It's other stuff that I got in the work. It's never like a L for me. It's always a lesson for me. You feel me? I'm not thinking about it like losses. So that's what all of that being said, super happy to be back on the pod. Super happy to be able to have some shit to talk about, to be learning and growing from my experiences and the different shit that's that's going on. We at the end of the year, man. We in the fourth quarter. This has been a tough season for me, bro. A tough season, but God willing. God willing, we still got a few more days in the end of the year, but God willing, I'm still here. You feel what I'm saying? You can see I'm in a spirit. I got the tree in the background. What other shit I got going on? I got a dog. If you follow me on my personal page, you know I got a dog. I got him. He's sleep right now. You feel me? He sleep. He's on a schedule, so he's not awake at this moment. But yeah, bro. More life, more blessings. The end of the year is coming. I hope everybody has had a good year. I hope even if your year wasn't the greatest, that you've learned some shit to take into the next year from it. I know damn well I have. You feel me? This has been one of the tougher years that I've had in a while. And always that you can think of. It's just been a super super tough year. But like I said, I'm still standing 10 toes. That's one thing about me. I'm you feel me? I've stood the test. You feel what I'm saying? And niggas, and because of that, that's the reason a lot of niggas can't fuck with me on a very very worst day. You feel me? Nothing could hold me. Nothing could hold me. Like I'm chosen, and I know that for sure. And sometimes you go through shit where you doubt that, or you could have a moment of like, am I really who I think I am? Am I who I say I am? And I tell you what, every time I've had that thought of, am I who I think I am? I'm exactly who I think I am every time. So it's good to be back. Um, I'm excited about the future episodes. I'm excited about the changes that are coming to the pod. Um, I'm thinking I'm still gonna keep the call line open. I'm thinking I'm still gonna do that. That was cool. It helped me. It helped. A lot of shit did come through, so that was super cool. I thought that was cool. I might still keep that. A lot of revamping and shit is going on, but moral of the story is I just wanted to come on here, chat, let y'all know what I was listening to, what I've been going through. The real truth is that also in my playlist, that's my playlist this week, but through the weeks prior, my playlists have been so much gospel music, so much Lauren Hill, so much so much, bro. You know what? So much of For All the Dogs by Drake. A lot of that. A lot of For All the Dogs by Drake, right? With a little bit of like Destiny's Child and Over It, Summer Walker. You feel me? It's been a lot. If that kind of lets you know of what I've been going through, you feel me? Shit like that. But also a lot of old Kodak music too. Like it's been a crazy, crazy thing. But yeah. That's neither here nor there, getting off the topic. I just wanted to, like I said, come back on here, bro. Let y'all know what's been good. I'm gonna keep it super short. I don't want to make this a long, long episode. Just an episode long enough to let y'all know what's been going on with Sorry for What. You can still expect episodes weekly. From here on out. I want to do 2 episodes a week, but I gotta be honest with myself about my time and the things that I be having going on. But my goal is to give it 2 episodes a week. Um, Hopefully, y'all grow with me with the structure of the show. Yo, my TikTok, that's another thing before I go. Different avenues of shit I've been discovering. They fuck with me on TikTok. Personally, like they fuck with Max So Wavy. Like, so you'll see a lot of me promoting that on here on my TikTok. Um which has been super super cool because it's allowed me to like display my personality, which I feel like I do a lot of that on here, right? But TikTok has like allowed me to display it in other ways. Like if you know me in real life, I'm a funny nigga. You feel me? I get flea. You feel me? I look kind of flea right now. I'm not gonna hold you. So TikTok has gotten me in my bag and opened up a different audience for me. I'm growing on there too. So you'll see a lot of me doing the TikToks and shit. Um, yeah, I just kind of wanted to throw that out there. I don't know what made me want to say that, but you'll see me promoting the TikTok a lot on here because I fuck with TikTok. That's a really good audience too. And that's another thing I learned. Don't be afraid to try some new shit. Moving somewhere that like most people don't move. People move from here, right? Moving somewhere most people don't move, and trying something new, isolating myself from everything I know and everything I've been around for years on out, right? That has allowed me to try new shit all in all. Like I'm on TikTok like doing skits. Like I'm not like even that type of nigga, but like I it's been a new avenue and it's opened a newer door and it's allowed me to meet people out here that like um I was in a meeting not too long ago about my podcast and a person was like, "Yeah, I've seen your podcast before. I've seen a few episodes actually." Someone that I never met, someone that is just now seeing me on, you feel me, on just found who's like I'm just meeting, like period. I'm coming from Florida. You already see my podcast in Colorado. So like just little signs and little things that's been happening to me and for me aside from the crazy bad shit. um don't be afraid to try something new. That's probably why I'm promoting the TikTok cuz I'm actually fucking with it. It's actually super super cool. But yeah, man, enough of that. I'm going to wrap it up. I feel like I've been talking your heads off. This has been more of a journal than a podcast episode, but thank y'all again for rocking with me on all of my hiatuses that I go on. But this time it wasn't a hiatus for no reason. Like I said, it was real life personal shit, car accident, etc, job shit, work shit. Uh, but yo, I'm recovering. And another thing is, in a book, I've been like doing a lot of book reading, right? Podcast listening to. Um, but in the one of the books, well, it's the podcast, but the podcast is reading this off of out of a book, if that makes sense. And they were basically saying that all discipline is doing shit even when you don't want to, even when everything is falling apart, still doing it anyway. Um, I've also been in a gym heavy. That's been helping me with that too. I'm trying to wrap this shit up, but just kind of give you to make sure I'm not missing anything. I've been in a gym heavy too. That has been helping me mentally so much. Like as far as doing stuff even when you don't want to. I do not be wanting to go to the gym, bro, but I lost like 15 to 20. I lost 20 pounds actually, and my biggest fear is like gaining that back. So um so yeah, there's been that. My camera just shut down, so I'm gonna wrap this up because I don't want to bore the people that are watching. Thank y'all again for rocking with me. I really really do appreciate y'all, and yeah, man, new episodes weekly. The goal is 2 a week. Hopefully I could I'm not even gonna say hopefully. The goal is 2 a week. We're gonna get 2 a week done one way or another. And they'll be a little bit shorter too. They won't be as long because I'm not going over everybody in the industry's business. So yeah, man, thanks again for rocking with me. I really do appreciate y'all truly. It's been real. I'll catch y'all on the next episode.